Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in again. I did a video some time ago about my palettes when I go out to do watercolour paintings outside. And so I thought I'd have a look at some of them. I've never seen some of them, or at least one of them I've never seen used on YouTube at all. So I'll start with that one. It's the most unusual little box. And there it is, very, very small. And I'll just open it for you. You can see there is a cord there that you sort of pull it out like that. So you can carry that in your pocket. And here is the paint set. There it is, very, very small. There are 6 or 18 watercolours in this. They are quarter palettes, I believe. Quarter palettes inside them. So they're not half pans, and they're certainly not pans, but they are quarter quarter paints in here. I thought it's by Dales and Roni. That's an English company, and it's been established, I believe, in 1783. But I thought that's quite an interesting little palette. I have never used it. There's a brush in it as well. I got this from Cass Art in England. Cass Art. I'll put the links down in the descriptions. Whether you can get it anywhere else, I don't know. You may be able to get it in America, those that are listening from America, from Jackson Art Company in America. But anyway, there it is. And what I'm going to do, they are professional watercolour, and I have put the names down there on a list. I hope you can see that. It's lemon yellow, cad red pale, cad red, quantacillion red, alizarin crimson, permanent rose, Prussian blue, cobalt blue, French ultramarine, vermilion, hooker's green, yellow ochre, raw cinnamon, burnt cinnamon, light red, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and ivory black, and that's what's in this. You could definitely take this around with you, and you could definitely paint small paintings on a small sketchbook. So it's worth thinking about, and you just fold it up and put it back in a little folder, and you can put it in your pocket. So that's that. What I've ordered as well, I'll put that up to one side there. Another Dales and Roni watercolour set that I've just bought. And there are the colours there. And this one is professional art quality. This one is not. This one's student grade. And here it is. I bought this one because it's a very small palette for going outside and painting. And I thought that is really quite good, quite small. You can sort of again stick that in your pocket. And that's and that is this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some of these colours and put them on here. And then mix some of these colours, because some of these colours are actually included in this one. But as I say, that one is artist grade, and this one is student grade. Just to see if it makes any difference. They've got all of them. The only one that I haven't got there, I believe, is cad red pale. So that's what we're going to do. be absolutely honest, it's a good little set. There's actually comes with a brush, a number 4 brush. But as I say, I've never seen anybody talk about this or use this, so I thought I'd do it for you. I haven't used it. Whether I ever will use it, I don't know. The disadvantage, I think, is the fact that if you're not very careful, because they're so small, you mix different colours up together, especially with watercolour. I mean, that's a number 6 brush, so it isn't a vast brush, is it? So that's that. So those are Dale's and Roni, and they are professional watercolour paints. So I'll put that to one side, up there. And now I want to try this one that I've bought. And this is the artist grade. I've got on this one, I haven't got that cad yellow, but I've got lemon yellow. This one here is gamboge. Then cadmium red, pale, and then alizarin crimson there. And so we'll just see what difference there is between these. Let's put them over there. And what we're doing here. Okay, well, I don't know what you think about that, but I honestly think that these are professionals and these are students, and I don't think there's an awful lot between them. And so I bought this here, and to experiment and see what it is like, and I'm quite pleased with that one. As I say, this one, I doubt whether I shall ever use it, to be honest. I'll let it dry. But it's just a novelty. I looked at it and I thought, you know, I'm going to get that just as a novelty. So, so there you go. Well, what I thought also was to have a look at some of my other palettes that I've got, to show you what I've got here. This is one of my other palettes. I've had this for a long, long while. And I take this out also painting outside. It's a nice size. It's a little bit bigger than the other one, as you can see. But it's a nice size, and I've used this for years and years and years, and I like it an awful lot. And it's the Japanese company. So I've used that an awful lot. And my colours on that, if I can get it right, I'll go from there. My colours are brown ochre, lemon yellow, burnt umber, burnt cinnamon, cad red, rose madder, light red, Philippine turquoise, cad blue, cad orange, cobalt blue, phyllo blue, raw cinnamon, olive green, cad red, and Payne's grey. And as I say, I've used that one. That's one of my favourite palettes that I use all the while. So that's that one. I don't know, I got this from an art company in Cornwall, but where you can get these from, I don't know. This is metal. The only snag with this, they can go rusty. I noticed it was going to go a bit rusty here. So that's that one. put that there. And then there is another one, a big palette, and this is aluminium, and that's another one. And I use this usually in the studio. Plenty of mixing area, so I like this one a lot. As I say, the colour I've got, I'll go through that if anybody that's any interested. That's brown ochre, yellow ochre, raw umber, Van Dyke brown, lemon yellow, cad red, U, which isn't, it's an artist grey, that one is, light red, cad red, rose madder, I like that rose madder, Windsor blue, cobalt blue, viridian, and cerulean blue, indigo, natural tint, Payne's grey, lavender, and I don't use this an awful lot, raw cinnamon, olive green, sepia, ultramarine, burnt cinnamon. This one is a blue, and I'm just looking to see if I can find it. Cerulean blue, I think it's called, and cad orange, Prussian blue, and this one here is June Brilliant number 2. An interesting colour. I saw an artist use that on YouTube in the sky, and it made quite a nice painting. Okay, so that's that one, and the final one I'll show you. This one here. Plenty of mixing space on this one. This is what I like. Again, this is a metal one, so you've got to be careful that they don't go rusty with watercolour. Here it is. It's this one. I don't know whether many people have heard of the Irish artist Dermot Cavinga or Cavingle, and he used these colours, and he reckons he can use these colours and go around the world with them, or he's been anywhere with them, and apparently he can mix any colour he likes with these colours. And I'll just go through them with you. It's Windsor yellow, raw cinnamon, light red, Windsor red, rose madder, yellow ochre, cobalt turquoise, Windsor blue, ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, natural tint, and Windsor violet. And I think this one here is burnt cinnamon. Anyway, those are the colours he used, and he reckoned that he can get any colour. So what I did was I got this palette, and I thought I'll try it. So I've put the colours in. I haven't been out and tried them yet, to be honest. As you can see, I've used some of them, but it is a good mixing area. Now I've got 2 other colours here, and those are here, and that is Holbein watercolour June Brilliant number 2. I thought I'd put that on. There was a spare one. That's that one. And then there's a little one here, and this is Holbein Artist June Brilliant number 1, and that goes in there. An interesting colour. I don't know whether it'll show up. I'll mix it up, and you can see what you think. I'll do it here. A very light colour. As I said, I saw. I think it was a Chinese artist that used this in the sky, and it was quite good. And then the other one is a little bit paler. You can hardly see that one. I think you can. But I thought I'd try. I found it interesting, so I thought I'd try them. So I put them in this palette here. So that's this one here. Again, this is a metal one. Before I do switch off, this was a little palette, and that I carry around with me, very light, plastic. And again, there's a lot of mixing area that you can mix with. So if I was going to use this one, I probably would take that with me, and I could use that to mix as well as that area there, because mixing in watercolour is very, very important. So that's that. I don't think there's anything else I can say. Those are the palettes that I've used. One other little thought is this little folder here was given to me. I'll move some of these away now. And it's quite a useful little folder. That's a bit nuisance, isn't it? Put that over there. So if you do see anything like that, you can utilise it for yourself. There it is. It's stitching hole here, and what I did was I opened the stitching up there and opened the stitching up here and just left one in there, so different things can go in. I mean, I can put that in there, and I can put that watercolour palette in there if I need to, and then it can fold up quite easily. These are cheap and cheerful brushes, so I thought I'd experiment with those. I put a knife in it, a pencil. So if you see anything like this, just because they've got the sewing there, you can actually utilise it if you remove the sewing there. It makes it a bit big, but that's quite a useful thing. And also, this again was from Amazon, and I saw again somebody on YouTube, and they got this, and it's quite a cheap set, and there's three brushes on this here. And I thought, I'm going to try that. It was I bought it from Amazon. I think these are the sable hairs, and they unscrew, and then you screw them up. As I say, that's a number 12. I don't think it's actually spot on 12. I think it's a little bit less, but they say it's a number 12. And then there's a number 6 here, I think. No, number 8. It's a number 8. And that, put them there, if they'll stay. And again, that is a number 4, I believe. I don't use 4 very often at all, if ever. But then, so I thought, if you're interested, I will put the links with these. They're stable brushes, and they're it's a good little set, and I have used it, and it is really, really quite good. So it's worth trying. Okay, well, I think that's about it. I'll leave it at that. I hope this has been useful to you. If you find anybody would like to have a look at my channel, please pass my information on to them. Please don't forget to subscribe, and see you again. And I hope this has been useful to you regarding this. Interesting about the artist grade here, and the student grade. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot of. I've noticed this also with Winsor & Newton. Some of you probably will disagree with me, but I've noticed this with Winsor & Newton. One of the things that might happen with student grade, it might go very pale. So, but watercolour does go pale anyway, eventually. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you again another time, and happy painting.